lineup build for the two-game MLB slate. I'm also going to do one for the showdown slate, the first one. Yesterday we did very, very nicely. Won both the two-game slate and the showdown from the lineups we built right here on the stream. So we're going to continue to hopefully keep up that mojo if that exists. But yeah, that was obviously quite a lot of fun. And it was fun winning and also fun having done it live beforehand. So let's just keep it up while we still have these two-game slates. And, you know, we're going to do the same process as we've been doing. Again, since these, I don't know what to say, but since these contest sims came out, you know, a couple of months ago, especially with baseball, it's led me to lineup constructions that have been very, very leveraged and very, very relevant. Had some pretty good success since they started with this. And it's not perfect. I'm not going to lie to you. The whole concept of contest simulations presupposes that you're starting with good ownership projections. So if your ownership projections are off, then it's going to be bad. And in a way, it's your contest sims are going to be biased because you're running them against your own assumptions, I guess. But nonetheless, it seems to make sense, and yeah. So let's continue to do the same thing. So I guess we'll do the exact same way, the exact same concept as yesterday. First, we're going to show the sheets. And then we are going to build with SaberSim. And I think like one of the teams doesn't even have a pitcher. So I mean viable pitcher. So we'll take a look at that. Entire screen. This. So this is what the sheets look like for this two-game slate. And again, as before, there are guys missing because we don't know exactly who's playing in the later game, but that's fine. We could fill those in later, I suppose. And as you can see, I mean, you look down and even the top pitcher is a 13-point projection. I mean, it's really poor. You know, so pitching is certainly not the priority, except, I mean, there at least you used to have a starter there, you know, Verlander and Montgomery and Sanchez, I guess. And I see Sanchez at 50% ownership. The only guy that's not listed is the Atlanta guy, not the Atlanta, the Arizona guy, because he's coming off of coming out of the bullpen. I guess he's just projected to start a few innings, I suppose. Let's take a look at actually what the lobby looks like there. I want to see how it's displayed. If he's listed as a, let's see what this looks like. Hang on. Okay, so it's Mantiply is the projected opener, and Ciccone is the projected long reliever. But this is not guaranteed. You know, if Bobby were here, he would tell me that this is probably not guaranteed. So I wouldn't rely on that. But again, if you were going to ask me, you know, what to do, I don't know. I guess play both these pitchers, fade the 50% on Arizona guy, and play Philly guy and play Arizona, I suppose. That's instinct, but who cares? Let's build some lineups and see if we can't continue on our good pace here. So let's pull up SaberSim. We're going to do both DraftKings and FanDuel. And we're both doing the same in both. We're doing 30 lineups in each of the lotteries and one lineup in the bigger buy-ins. And I've already put in the contest simulation details here, as you can see, as you will be able to see. Relay throw, we added the number of Entrance 11,700, 33% for first. Grand Slam, we added the 250. We changed the settings to high stakes MME for the lineups to compare ourselves to, and there you go. Okay, so let's upload the lineups. I mean the projections first. We could actually put this off to the side for a minute. And we'll start with this. We're probably going to see some zeros because, again, there are guys that might not be playing. Yeah, so we don't know if... Well, Aroldis Chapman is showing up as a 0, but I wonder if you need to include him in your pool on a slate like this. I'm not going to, but I've seen people do it, especially when you only have three pitchers. All right, so let's build the 30 lineups. Did we do that already? I think we did already. So we built the 30 lineups. Or did we? Well, just in case we didn't. It shouldn't take too long. You get to be my age, you forget things that happened 5 seconds ago. Did we build the 30 lineups? I'm not sure. You should be able to actually see it here when it was built. Let's give it a few minutes. For MMA, by the way, I did a betting breakdown earlier. The projections for the DFS piece are still not up. I will get them up at some point, but I'm going out later, and it's possible I don't do them until tomorrow morning. And the fights start at 10, so be on the lookout for that. It will definitely be up by the time the fight starts. But I know you guys want. I know, as would I. Yeah, all I do, Jay Smooth, I just refer to my videos, I guess. Just go back. I mean, nothing above and beyond that. I mean, I did like the whole breakdown. I don't have any one particular hot take. Okay. Now we know we definitely didn't do the run before because it took a full 2 minutes to get done. And then we're going to see what it looks like and just, see if I feel comfortable with it. And that's going to be it. I mean, honestly, there's ways to make it difficult, ways to make it easy. We're going to try to make it easy. So we run the contest sims. And yesterday's lineups were very pure. There were no. I don't even think we had any pitchers against the any hitters against the opposing pitchers. It was just none of the pitchers got there. It was just a matter of. Actually, that's not true. We had. Well, I remember we played all the Houston, so we ended up with the fat guy in the first game, which was really, really strong. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. So we ran the contest simulation. So these lineups are now being compared to the exact contest that we're playing. So let's suggest the risk-adjusted ROI of our lineups for the relay throw. So when I do that, I see about 85% Philly, 75% Arizona, which is interesting. It's really the exact opposite of yesterday, right? In that not only it's the full stack of that late game pretty much. And what's cool about this build is that it allows me to change my mind. If I want to flip-flop around a little bit later, I'll do that. And then next is Texas and Houston. And with respect to the pitching, let me make sure I'm not getting that reliever because I don't really want any. Nope. So it's really from this first game. So what the narrative is that Montgomery and Verlander are good enough. Hold these guys down somehow. Thanks, Jolly. And maybe the Philly-Arizona game goes off. Certainly makes sense to me. Let's put min uniques 2. See if that changes anything. Not too much. So we're just going to kind of roll with it. This Philadelphia-Arizona build here. Now what we'll do is we'll rerun this whole system and compare it to the Grand Slam and see if it's any different. I mean, not really. You only need one lineup. So it's going to be the same type of deal. So we're rooting for pitchers in the first game and hitting in the second game. But we can rely on the idea of what the Sims are doing. Okay. Again, what they're doing is taking the lineups that we built and comparing them to the lineups that we believe other people will build. And those field sizes and those field looks are set by what the SaberSim ownership is in some cases. But in here, they have a set whatchamacallit, a set of lineups that SaberSim believes are more likely to be played, given the way builds happen. So it should be good enough. So that's done. Let's go into FanDuel and do the same thing, and then we'll come back and we'll do a showdown for DraftKings. And if you didn't see that, we won the showdown also yesterday. Pretty funny. I almost kind of want to wait to win the showdown so I can enjoy it more. So I'm not like when everything else had lost. That's pretty greedy, huh? All right. Okay, so let's upload our projections here, FanDuel. And same type of thing. We are playing we're playing 30 lineups again in the squeeze, which is the lottery. And one lineup in the bigger buy-in. While that's going on, I want to see if I thought I posted on Snake Kings, but I may not have. Let's see. Oh, I think I did. Wait, or did I? Maybe I didn't. So I got to post these while this is happening. Well, actually, it's almost there, so I can do it after. So let's see what this looks like. Change the min uniques to. Now, before we run the contest sims, we would be getting 85% Houston, 63% Arizona. So a lot of Houston, actually. So that's interesting. It's a little different than the DraftKings results. But let's see what happens when we run the simulations. And here we get team stacks. Again, mostly, oh no, we don't know yet. We have to compare these. So let's do squeeze. Actually, oh wow, 100% Arizona. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I really have not been the one to question these nowadays, so we're going to just pile that in there. So we're playing Arizona. And let's now use the monster. Philly and Arizona. All right. It is what it is. 2-game slate. I'm allowed to be all in on one team, right? All right, so let's download this. I hope everybody's getting a lot of sleep this weekend because next week the NBA starts. I really hope that I have it in me. So much work. I know Bobby's ready. Bobby's more than ready. So fire that. All right, so upload the MLB. Boom, boom. We're good. Let's see if there are any questions I have. No. All right, so let's go back and do the showdown. We'll do the Houston, Texas one first. We could, again, just upload the same lineups, really. But the one thing we have to do differently, and it's so funny, I want to say curse myself. I did, I mentioned that I'm really bad at the showdowns before I built my lineups yesterday. So that was, I tempted the DFS gods. We're going to ignore all those, but we're going to save the relievers and see what we come up with. So again, we'll build the 30 lineups and see, and that's like the real test, right, is how many relievers we get. Joe, you ready at the NBA? Good. Makes one of us. The torture of the NBA will begin on October 24th, I believe. There's 2-game slate. Can't get that mad. So let's see what we get. So before we apply the contest sims, we're not getting any relievers, which makes me feel pretty good. Some of everybody else, though. We got a little bit of the Phil Maton. That's not bad. A little bit. That's okay. Let's run the contest sims and see what kind of nonsense we come up with here. Okay, Charlie, I'm hopefully I can make everybody proud. Hopefully we can learn a little something in the NBA this year. It's going to be a hard year. It always is. But we're up for it. Hidden ball. Let's see what we got here. All right. So we do have a good amount of Hector Neris and Will Smith. How much is a lot? Hector Neris. Well, we have Leclerc too. I guess this is all reasonable, though. Verlander makes sense. No 40% Verlander captain. So the starters are the captains. Then I have these sprinklers of the relievers. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it. Didn't want too much of it, though. Now let's see what the sims give us for the switch. This is the one buy-in. You see, this looks normal. Right? This one I can actually win. This is interesting, though. This gives me Montgomery as the sole Texas guy. And everybody else from that's a weird build, huh? And something like this makes a lot more sense. So I'm going to do that one, actually. Yeah, this one makes a lot more sense. We'll save this one to the switch. Save this, go down here, and then we will single game. I think I did this. Maybe I did this wrong because it says 50 entries. Yeah, that was wrong. Okay. Oh, right, because I had it on. I want MLB. Oh, because I'm on FanDuel. Oh, that's pretty funny. I'm a very funny person, aren't I? I'm trying to upload my FanDuel lineups, my DraftKings lineup to FanDuel. I'm telling you, just need some. I think I need some sleep. Let's see. Entries, that should be good. All right, we're good. Again, I wish I had more in-depth analysis, but it's 2 games baseball slate. I mean, what am I going to tell you? You know, you just got to just shuffle and play low on stuff, and using the contest sims is kind of a good way to do that. I wish I were smarter, but I'm not. All right, that will do it for tonight. I'm not good. I don't think I'm going to be around later for the late stuff. There is no real late stuff. There's just that one less game. But I will be around. Well, I'll put the MMA projections up. I probably will try to put soccer projections up tomorrow morning as well, as long as I'm up anyway. And there's going to be all kinds of NASCAR and football and all this stuff. So